Who needs cash? I know I don't. What's going on, guys? Josh is the name, Magnitude is the channel, and let's talk money. The world we live in today is ever shifting towards digital. We watch all of our movies digitally online. If we're going to the theaters, it is distributed to the theaters first digitally. Movies these days are no longer distributed in an actual reel of film. They are distributed digitally to the theaters and shown there first. And within a couple of months, they hit the on-demand market before they start going to the streaming services. TV has gone completely digital. You can watch pretty much any show you want as long as you're subscribed to the correct service or app. You can subscribe to on-demand workouts, which helps eliminate the need to go to a gym and see a personal trainer one-on-one, or you can even have a personal trainer contact you digitally and have a digital session via Zoom or some sort of video conferencing session. For my day job, every single one of my calls is a face-to-face meeting via a digital conference call through Zoom or Google Hangouts. Heck, if I go out to eat with friends or family and I need to pay a portion of my bill, I can send them my half of the bill digitally through an app like Venmo. If you don't have that app, I recommend getting it. It makes paying your friends back extremely easy. The popularity of digital wallets is increasing every day, whether it's Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, and contactless payments have been up 31% between the years of 2018 and 2019. So as we progress through life, we see this shift towards digital happening more and more and more as we go, and in order to navigate this digital world, we are all gonna need some kind of card. Now, you've basically got two options when it comes to a card to pay for things, and it is either a debit card or a credit card. Now, some financial guys are gonna tell you that all you need is a debit card because it works everywhere that a credit card does. And I think this is great advice for people who have a hard time managing their credit. There are benefits to having a debit card, and I don't want to discount those. So let's go through some of those right now. All right, so let's make sure that we hit the like button and let's get going. One of the benefits to having a debit card is that you can avoid service charges and annual fees. A lot of credit cards charge a yearly fee in order to use them, and debit cards don't have those. In fact, some services charge a little bit extra fee to use a credit card over a debit card, so you can avoid those with a debit card. All right, so a second benefit to having a debit card is that a lot of people find it easier to stay accountable with their spending because their debit card is linked directly to their checking account. And when they make a purchase with it, the money comes directly out of there. And this leads to a third benefit, that it makes it easier to budget for a lot of people. They can log into their account, see exactly where their spending is, see exactly how much money they have left, and if they're in there regularly checking their balance, they don't run into any surprises. Another benefit to using a debit card is that you never get charged any interest fees because you can't carry a balance on it. The money spent on your debit card comes directly out of your checking account, so you don't have to worry about missing a bill and getting charged interest for that balance. And a fifth benefit to debit cards is you have an extra added layer of security when it comes to your money. If there's a fraudulent purchase made, you can always call the bank and have them help you get your money back. And unlike cash, if your wallet is stolen, your cash is gone for good. But if you just have a debit card in your wallet, you can always call the bank, let them know, and they can cancel the card for you and send you a new one, therefore protecting your money. All right, so there's a lot of reasons why using a debit card is a great idea, but personally, I think that using credit cards is an even better idea. So I'm gonna be spending the rest of the video convincing you why I think using a credit card is better than using a debit card. All right, so first benefit to using a credit card is that you can start building your credit. So once you get to the point in life where you're starting to make some big purchases, it's really hard to do that if you don't have a credit score. Getting a credit card is an easy way to start that process. Oftentimes you can get a starter credit card from a local credit union or your bank. This is a great way to get started in building your credit for your future big purchases. Now, the trick is you always want to be paying off your credit card so that you don't get charged interest, and you can also maintain a really good credit score. In the last video, there should be a link popping up right here to that. I talk about a spreadsheet that I use to track my spending. Now, what this does is as I spend money on my credit cards, I log it on this spreadsheet, and it tells me how much money I should have in the bank had I used a debit card. This allows me to never spend any more on my credit card than I already have in the bank. And then I set my credit card accounts to automatically pull the full balance every month so that I never get charged interest. This way, using my credit card is almost just like using a debit card, except I'm also building my credit. Another benefit to using credit cards is that you can get either cashback bonuses, miles, or points that you can use to redeem for different things. I showed you in the intro that I have a Discover card. I really love that card. Every quarter they change the category that you get 5% cash back on. But as long as you're paying attention to which category you are doing that spending in, you get 5% cash back on any purchases that you make in those categories. It's nice to make a little bit of money off of the money that I'm already spending, and that cash back redemption I actually throw into my dividend investing account. So the money that I make spending money ends up making money for me, if that makes any sense to you at all. A third benefit to using credit cards is that you get protection from fraud. Now, I think this is a shared benefit between debit cards and credit cards, but most credit cards tend to have excellent customer service when it comes to fraudulent purchases. Fraudulent purchases are almost inevitable these days, and it's always nice to have that extra layer of protection of having that money spent on a credit card rather than a debit card where the money comes directly out of your bank account. This way, you're not directly out that money while you're working through these fraudulent charges and getting them rectified. A fourth benefit is that if you travel a lot, you can actually reserve a rental car. It's very difficult to rent a car if you don't have a credit card, so if you're a traveler, a credit card is the way to go. In fact, the same goes for hotel rooms. And while we're talking about traveling, a lot of credit cards don't have foreign transaction fees. And speaking of traveling, this leads me to my fifth tip, and it is that you can rack up mileage points. If you're using the right cards, like a Southwest Rapid Rewards card or a Delta SkyMiles card, you can build miles like crazy and start traveling for free. Not only can you redeem those miles for flights, but they can also be used to book hotels, book cars. It's a really nice perk for using credit cards. So some credit cards come with an annual fee, but those annual fees also come with added perks that come with it. For example, my Delta SkyMiles Platinum card comes with a $195 annual fee, but it comes with a free companion pass. That companion pass we always redeem for a flight that costs way more than $200, so it's totally worth it. My Southwest Rapid Rewards card has a $69 annual fee, but I get bonus miles every year that it renews as well. So I don't mind those annual fees as long as they have a really good benefit to them. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I hope that I have helped you guys understand why using a credit card is so awesome. Now, if you have a hard time tracking your spending, I recommend sticking with a debit card, but if you can be diligent and track every single purchase, making sure that you don't spend more than you already have in the bank on credit cards, a credit card is the way to go. Between cashback, points you can redeem, miles you can get, it's totally worth it to go with a credit card. And if you're interested in dividend stock investing or even growth stock investing, as always, I have links below to Webull and M1 Finance. I personally use M1 Finance. I think it's an awesome platform. Webull, you can get 2 free stocks. One of them can be valued up to $1,000. All you have to do is fund your account with $100 and they will give those to you. So get your free stocks, get your free money, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.